Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Lastly, this is a series, and I hope that you're enjoying it that way. That said, if you want to skip around and watch things in whatever order you would like, you should go for it. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to watch the entire playlist from the beginning or catch up on any episodes that you've missed. Enjoy. All right, everyone, we're about 20 minutes before market close on Wednesday, August 11th. Let's quickly go through what I've done so far today, since I did not do a video this morning, but I'll sort of explain why. So yesterday I had taken my positions in PAS and well, let's look at it. LPRO. And LPRO had an excellent run after its earnings announcement after yesterday's close that held through. I sold it in the pre-market. You can see here I sold it at 8:28, so about an hour before market open, and then about 8 minutes later, I sold my PAS, which was just barely up. It was just up a couple of pennies for me at that point. Yeah, literally 2 pennies. But they did not have a great earnings report. Now, I actually think that they had a decent day today, or at least last I had checked. Oh, well, they've fallen off a bit here, but oh yeah, they ran up. So I would have, obviously done much better had I held on to that. So I would have added about 5% to my gains. But I was really happy with what LPRO had done and didn't want to get greedy. We know how that's turned out if you've seen the previous videos. So I thought it was smarter to lock in the profit. So that made it a nice day, and we're back up to almost 10% profit since I started the account, which was 8 days ago. And so we're going to set up now tomorrow's trades, or the trades that I'm going to hold overnight for tomorrow. I still don't have any day trades left. I won't have any coming until Friday. So I'll at least have one Friday and then Monday and Tuesday, so that'll be good, and we'll see how that goes. So let's take a look at what earnings there are coming up now. Palantir, I feel pretty strong that I want to grab just one share of Palantir, because again, still my account, I'm going to be treating it like it's $100 at the moment because it's close enough, and I don't want to overextend any one position. So there's always going to be some trade-off there. I'm going to leave some meat on the bone. I always could have taken more of something that does great. I always could have taken, less of something that does poorly, so on and so forth. But Palantir is still quite beaten down. I mean, if we take it from year to date, it's been slaughtered pretty badly and just hasn't recovered at all. I do a Palantir video every Monday, so I'm pretty familiar with it. It has these extension levels, which I've been following, and it's done a good job sort of establishing a channel here. I know some folks might say that this is an ascending wedge, but I actually don't see a wedge. I see an topping out here following this channel line up, and an adjacent or parallel line here following the bottoms up. So to me, it's not a wedge. That doesn't mean that it couldn't fall. It wouldn't have anything to do with the wedge, in my opinion. It would have everything to do with earnings. But they do have a good history with earnings, so I'm going to take chances there, and I'm just going to lock this one in since I know that I want it. And I mean, I don't know that I'm going to get any great trade-off by waiting any amount of time. So we'll take one market buy of Palantir. We'll lock that in. Yes, I'm not going to day trade it, I promise. Okay, now what else is there? Because I have now at this point about $80 left. Oh, this is showing. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, so I have about $80 left to deploy. So I don't need to deploy all of it, but let's see. And if you haven't watched the other videos, what I'm essentially looking for is something that has really good growth expectations, but also something that is very close or is expected to have positive EPS. So this is negative EPS. So to me, those are still too dicey. Now grow generation, ooh, that's that could be a challenging one. But let's see. Oops, what am I doing? Grow G, yeah. Also, the price on this is more than I would want to risk. So that's my only issue here at the moment, to be honest, is just I wouldn't want to risk this much. As you can see, I've charted this one before. To me, this would be a pretty good candidate, to be honest, but it's just too expensive for my blood at the moment, given the size of my account and what I would be willing to risk. I'd rather take 2 Palantirs than that, which maybe is the wrong move, but that's how I would think of it. Also, there was that day when I was on the wrong date, but this is the right date. So this is Thursday the 12th, and before market open. Okay, so trying to learn from mistakes. What's AZEK? AZEK. And again, this is literally just the criteria that I'm looking for. Are they in a price point that makes sense? Have they been beaten down for the last several months? Are they expected to have really solid earnings? And are they positive? And if so, then they're in play for me. I then look at the volume. Now the volume is like just around my threshold here. I'm not going to grab this one at the moment. I'd rather see what else there is just because of that volume piece, and it's a little bit pricier than I would like. But let's see what else there might be. And if not, I could also see what's reporting after hours today. What's I? I feel like I've played I before, but that could be definitely wrong. No, too expensive. Don't want to go with negative EPS. Now this is really close, but that revenue is very low. Let's see how expensive it is. Might be worth a small. Oh, okay. So we could make a small position here. Now, is there volume? No, the volume sucks. There was something I was tracking early today where the volume typically sucks, but it was having a good day. Maybe it was Mogo or something. Average volume and volume today. Yeah. But so it can happen on earnings, but you know, I'm trying to take the best setups here, and to me, it's not enough positive factors to go with. 125%. Okay, Kasi, since the revenue is so small. Okay, maybe we'll see what's going to report after the closing bell today. See if there's anything interesting there. So today is the 11th, and I'm going to go after market close. Oh, NIO. Interesting. That might be a wild card. More expensive than I would like, but it could just be interesting. Relatively flat day. Could certainly bleed me like 10%. When did this run up happen? 5/14 to 7/1. So that ended over a month ago. Okay, so we've not had a run up to earnings. I definitely wouldn't say that is the case. Yeah, year to date, we're still down. I mean, even if you look at just sort of this area here, leave us like a solid 10-12% upside if things go our way. Oh, interesting. Lordstown is also. Okay. NIO had less than expected delivery numbers, though, I believe, last time they reported, and I wonder if that will adversely affect their possibility to have positive earnings. Oh, there's a bunch of interesting ones here. What's Bumble all about? I mean, I know what it is. What's the price? It's too rich for one that I don't know what it is. It's one thing if it's like NIO, where I've played it a bunch of times before. I mean, even then, it's still crapshoot, but at least I feel like I have some sense of what it is. Cassie, why does that seem so familiar? Huh. Oh boy. Okay, not gonna do that. Okay. So I'm wondering NIO US Well Services. Okay. What's this one? AXU. What's the deal with that revenue growth? Interesting. Do they have volume? Volume kind of sucks. I mean, we could take a few different ones. It might kind of spread everything thin, meaning we could negate some positive things with a bunch of negative things or vice versa. But, oh, well, they have really low revenue, so never mind. RGLD. Nope. Can't afford a share of that anymore. Well, I couldn't before I bought Palantir. Okay. I know this is riveting to watch. FNV. I mean, honestly, to the extent to which it is interesting just to see how I go through these and why I make any of these decisions. Hopefully it is. I don't know. To the weirdest of of the folks out there. Oh, what's this situation? Volume sucks. Okay. All right, so we might go with some of the cool kids. Because why not? Sono. Oh, they were a runner. I mean, this was a while ago at this point, but they had a really great run one day that I did not catch and I just watched. I think I'm remembering that correctly. Blink charging. I mean, their revenue is just so small. For $1.5 billion market cap, quarterly revenue of shy of 2.5 million. Okay. So do we grab a NIO and a CLOV maybe? And I'm not going to buy options because the IV crush is going to crush. So, all right, well, let me get a NIO. And I'm a little concerned here because of the delivery numbers. That's my biggest concern. It is at this previous bounce zone that I had plotted, but obviously it has shown recent capabilities of jumping below that. It bounced on it here, and it returned to it a few times. But, all right, let's see. It'll make it exciting after hours for me today, as I'm going to be trying to make a Lucid and a SoFi video. And I'm going to be wanting to watch and see what's happening with these things. All right. So, okay, NIO. So what do I have left here? All right, I don't want to risk that much with CLOV because Chamath has not been on fire lately. And that makes me nervous. And I'm only grabbing it because I have previously played it a bunch and have made several videos on it. I know it doesn't fit my criteria here, but let's put in maybe 20 bucks of CLOV, whatever that's going to sort out to. Let me see. Do I want to put in 16 or 24? If I put in 24, I'll have about 18 on the sideline. Okay, let's do that. Maybe it'll run up to 28 bucks tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Markets, 3 buys. How's the short interest in this anyway? Am I going to run out of time? No, it's 7 minutes till close. Plenty of time, plenty of time. How are the shorts doing? So there's still a lot of short pressure. But, all right, it's $8 difference between what I would be doing. So we'll see if that comes to bite me in the rear end or not. It is at this relatively long-term support level. Again, could mean absolutely nothing with the way earnings can shake things loose. All right, so we're going to have 3 positions. One of which I can trim, meaning CLOV, so I could, sell 1 or 2. I don't have to sell all 3 shares if I don't want to. I want to play that game tomorrow. But Palantir, I'm either in or out, and NIO, I'm either in or out. Boy, I should have waited to buy NIO last, I guess, huh? It's pooping the bed at the moment. All right, well, we'll see how these do. So these are all... Wait, Palantir. Wait, let me get my bearings. Palantir is tomorrow. NIO is at 5:30 Eastern. CLOV is just after market close. And Palantir is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Okay, it's going to be an exciting 12 hours for me. Oh, longer than that, 15 hours for me. All right, well, I hope you had a nice trading day. I appreciate you watching these episodes. Feel free to share them if you think that you know any folks that would like them. That would be cool. I'm thinking of doing some fun things with this coming up. You can feel free to leave me a comment if you think that these would be fun at all. But I am a big coffee, beer, wine, whiskey, like any of those things, and I get different, like varying kinds of those things, varying brands and so on. So I'm wondering if there's an element of this where we sort of do some of these trades where it's like coffee trades, and I sort of talk about the coffee that I'm drinking, not for an exorbitant amount of time, but just sort of like a little nod to that. And then, if, you know, probably not my morning trades, but afternoon trades, and maybe only on Friday or something, do something with beer, wine, or whiskey and talk about what it is and you know, why I like it and stuff like that. So I don't know if that would just be super weird and out of place and take up time that people don't want to spend, or if that could be fun. But if you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. Just something I've been mulling over. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow morning, probably, in the next video.